Hey guys, just wanted to give you a little background video for us for our video this week. Rather than doing parks this week, we are foregoing our park visit until next week because we have a birthday celebration on Wednesday, and we're going to be doing a little staycation at Pop Century and a couple of park days in celebration of our main dude here. I'm Megan. This is Mike. We're the Pixie Dusted Duo, and we decided to do a little background video today. Also, we're always looking for new things that you guys want to see for content. If there's any challenges you want us to do, any restaurants you want us to review, any resorts you want us to review, because we're always down for a good staycation, just let us know. Drop us a comment. Give us some feedback, and we will do our very best to give you guys what you want to see. So, just a little background on us. Like I said, Mike and Megan, we've been married almost 31 years. Yep. We moved to Florida a year ago as part of what we thought was going to be a semi-retirement. Didn't quite work out that way, but probably the best move we've ever made, and really excited to be here in our absolute favorite place on earth. So just let's talk a little bit about why we love Disney so much. What's your favorite thing about Disney in general?
I mean, there's so many things. In the early days, it was more our family when our kids were smaller.
Yeah.
You know, the kids always had a great time.
But now as a Disney adult.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I still get that feeling, you know, when you go through underneath the arch, the Disney bubble, you know, that feeling of just everything's lifted off your shoulders. There's no worries in the world. You know, I still get that feeling every time we go over to Disney.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's every day pretty much for him, because once we got here, he decided he wanted to work for them, which has kind of always been a dream of his.
Right.
Anyway, for a long time.
Right.
He always said when he retired he was going to come drive buses down here. Well, now he's doing it full time. So it's still your happy place.
To me, I mean, even though it's full time,
yeah,
it's a fun job to do.
Yeah.
You know, and I can still consider myself semi-retired. You know, I'm pretty much retired from what I was doing before.
Right.
You know, and this is something new, and you know, I just love doing it.
And we both used to drive school buses in the last 5 years or so. Right. So, coming here, that's what we did when we first got here. But it was just way too much time on that school bus. A lot more than we anticipated. We were hoping there would be a lot of free time, and yeah, that was not the case here. So, definitely a better change, especially for you, being able to be there in your happy place every day.
It's pretty nice.
I don't think I've ever seen him this happy about work in my entire life. But yeah, so we've got 3 kids. They're 30, 26, and 22. So we are empty nesting, and we moved here a year ago because we were spending so much time here vacationing 4 or 5 times a year. We just decided it's just financially better and better for our spirits if we just pick up and move. So that's what we did. Mm-hmm. And I think it's really been the best move that we've ever made.
I think so.
Yeah. Still feels like we're on vacation every time we're in the parks, which we're in the parks a lot. But it, to me, feels like vacation. I guess we're hardwired with that now because we vacationed here all the time.
I don't know if it's ever going to get old.
I don't think so. I really don't. I thought it would be once we got here. I remember saying when we first moved that we're going to be tired of this after a while. But we just re-upped our annual passes. We're in the parks more now than we were when we first got here, and we're so excited to be in them.
Yep.
So, and of course now we're vlogging too, so That's been a journey. But it is something that we've really wanted to do for a while, and we thank you guys for allowing us to bring some of the Disney magic to you vicariously through us.
We're still learning how to do it.
Yeah, we are.
We're gonna, we're getting better and better and better. And
hopefully,
I think so. So,
but yeah, we welcome your comments and suggestions. We welcome challenges in the parks that you guys want us to attempt. Anything that you guys would like to see us do, just let us know. So, what is your favorite Disney park, Mike?
Magic Kingdom.
Magic Kingdom. Why?
It used to be Epcot, and I love Star Wars. They all the parks have their own little thing, but just Magic Kingdom, just seeing that castle when you're coming out from under the railroad, and it opens up, and then boom, there's the castle. I mean,
it's your favorite. Still, nothing compares.
I mean, just seeing that.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat.
We actually had our first visit in 1996 when our oldest daughter was 3. We came down here, we nickeled and dimed and budgeted until we could save up enough to come. He was in the Navy. I was a stay-at-home mom.
Yep. Stayed out in town.
I mean, we stayed out in town. Yeah, we didn't even stay in the bubble. But we were able to
make it work.
Do a couple of days in the parks. We even fit SeaWorld in and some visits to friends.
We did 3 days because we did MGM, Magic Kingdom, and Epcot.
Yep.
Animal Kingdom wasn't open yet, so, and then we did SeaWorld.
Yep, we did. And that was it. That's all it took. That was my first time ever being in Disney. Of course, watching the movies as we were growing up, and The Wonderful World of Disney on Sunday nights, that was always a staple in our household. I know you watched a lot of it too. But being able to bring your family and experience it firsthand, man, that's something I will never, ever forget. And those memories, I mean, we started off every 3 years, and then we went to every 2 years, and then we went to every year. And as the kids got older, each of them chose to come to Disney for their high school graduation trip. So probably before we moved here, I'd say from 96 until 2022, when we moved here, we'd probably been close to 50 times. And it's just a place we never got tired of. There was always something new, always something different to see. And that's what Disney does best. They just really keep you coming back for the cast member magic, the pixie dust that gets sprinkled on you when you're there. Everything about it has always been just a phenomenal vacation.
Or it's like when we were here and we saw something, but it's like towards the end of our visit, and we're like, oh, we got to do that next time.
Yeah.
So you're already planning.
They they just reel you back in.
You're already planning for your next trip before your first trip, that trip is even over with.
Yep, that's true.
So.
And they just make it so easy. There's always something new and different to do. They never stop reinventing things, and I think that's what keeps us coming back. Yeah, Epcot is definitely my favorite park. I credit Epcot with why my kids eat the way they do. Because they were always really picky eaters, but when you go to Epcot, there's all these different countries with all this different food.
The kids.
Yeah.
More like
me.
You.
I was really picky too. And so that, I think, has been a really, but I was old when I got older when I came here the first time. So I was already an adult. My eating habits were already set in stone. But the kids, being able to try all those different things, especially with the dining plan where everything was already paid for when you got here and you didn't have to worry about, doing whatever and worrying about them wasting food. They had the freedom to try lots of different things. And I think that's why they eat like they do now, enjoy so much stuff. Yes, it is a good thing. So yeah, Epcot, I think, has always been my favorite part, just for the culture and the experience of seeing all of the different things. that you can see without having to actually leave the park. All of the things that you're exposed to. So that's my favorite.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite character?
I don't know. I like them all, obviously. And for a while there, I thought it was Mickey.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
That's your shirt.
I don't know. It's just. I'm starting to. I don't even know if you know this, but I've been noticing a lot of Donald stuff. And
You
I'm just
have been pointing out a lot of Donald Duck stuff lately.
So I don't know if that means I'm edging more towards him now. I don't know. But I like them all. You know, we just met or just saw Chip and Dale the other day. I thought that was pretty neat.
Yep, we did.
You know, I mean,
those character meet and greets are so much fun. Being able to just
anytime you see him, it's great.
Yeah, it is.
It makes you happy.
And I can be a kid.
Doesn't matter how old you are.
That's right.
So
nobody looks at me crazy when I go and hug Chip and Dale. So it's a lot of fun. My favorite character is Ariel, but you can see I've got Ursula on my shirt today. But I have Ariel tattooed. I have a lot of Disney tattoos, but Ariel is definitely my favorite. I identify very strongly with that girl from a very young age. When my oldest daughter was really little, she always loved The Little Mermaid. That was one of her favorite movies to watch.
Yep.
And every time I watch Little Mermaid now, or even think about it, I just remember how she was when she was really little, and she just loved that movie. And now we've got a granddaughter. Our son and his wife have our little granddaughter, and she's been here twice. She'll be 3 in September. She's already been here twice to Disney.
Well,
we got to start them young.
Well, our oldest daughter has been here 5 times
since we moved here.
Since we moved here last May.
Yes, that's true. They all come. That was also part of the master plan moving here, was that, you know, we know that Disney just pulls them in. So we knew if we could get down here and be here, we would be able to keep up with our kids a lot more. So, and it has worked. It has worked quite well. They have all been here several times over this last year, and it is awesome.
When we moved down here, we were driving from our son's house
in Virginia
to Florida.
Yep.
We didn't even have a place to live yet.
Nope.
Okay, I think it was 3 or 4 hours into the drive.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, we get a phone call from our son, and we're like, "Hey, what's up?" And he goes, "So, when can we come down?"
We didn't have a place to live yet. We didn't even know where in Orlando, in Florida, we were going to live. So, yeah, that was definitely, we're like, just come on whenever you want. we're going to be here. So just pick a day.
Yep.
But yeah, they've been here twice. The oldest one's been here 5 times. The youngest one's been here twice.
Yep.
So yeah, it's quite the draw.
Yep.
So, what's your favorite Disney movie?
Right now, probably, I would say, I'd consider like modern Disney from Little Mermaid up.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
and
not
then,
really the classics.
Vintage Disney before that.
Okay.
Okay, so like modern Disney, in my opinion, my favorite right now is still Moana.
Okay.
My vintage favorite Disney movie is probably Fox and the Hound.
That and Bedknobs and Broomsticks.
Well, yeah, but that's like a separate category.
Oh, because it's live action.
Like all animated movie is that Fox and the Hound is probably my favorite
classic.
Vintage.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. Bedknobs and Broomsticks. That's a pretty cool movie.
I love Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. That was one of my favorites when I was growing up. So that was always really fun to watch. and I loved The Rescuers when I was really little. So those were two of my favorites. But ever since Little Mermaid came out, and we've had, kids of our own, that has stuck with me as my absolute favorite Disney movie of all time, with Moana being a close second and Frozen a close third. So those three are my top, and I have to definitely say Ariel's my favorite princess, Moana's probably a close second, and then Elsa's third. So yeah, it's really hard to choose, but I think I kind of gravitate towards those three. More Moana because I grew up near the beach. She's a beach girl, so it's she's a beach girl. So yeah, that I really like that, and plus she's pretty strong-willed, and I guess maybe that's a trait that I passed down to my girls as well. Wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So, what's your favorite tradition that we've always had at Disney? We have a lot of those. I know what mine is.
Well, what's yours?
My favorite thing that we've ever done traditionally at Disney was the caricatures.
Well, yeah.
Every time we went to Animal Kingdom Park, we would get caricatures done over by one of the big stores right there, down by the Tree of Life.
Yep.
You've got the two big stores on either side. There's a caricature artist that sits right outside of the side of one of those stores, and every year, every time we went, sometimes several times a year, we would get caricatures done. So we've done, you and I usually do one together where we're like a famous Disney couple. We've done like Jack Sparrow and Elizabeth Swann. We've done Lady and the Tramp. We've done
The Incredibles.
Mr. and Mrs. Incredible. We've done Mickey and Minnie. So yeah, we've got a ton of those. And then our kids, we get those done of them too, because it's neat to see how their favorite Disney things have evolved over time. Of course, with the youngest one, she has always been such a huge Star Wars fanatic. So almost every single caricature that we have of her, she is a character from Star Wars. I think there's only like two that we have where she's not. So, and we do have our granddaughter in one now too. So that's really cool. We did our first Disney cruise last year.
Yeah, but for as far as my tradition, I don't know if it's a tradition more than me getting me off my feet because I'm exhausted. But in Magic Kingdom, I mean, how can you not go on the People Mover?
Oh yeah.
No matter
That's
what
true.
I mean, even now when we go to the parks,
yeah,
if we just go in just to walk around to see what's going on and not really riding any rides or anything like that,
he still gets on the People
somehow we always manage to get on the People Mover.
Yep, absolutely. That's true.
So I don't know if it's really technically a tradition or not, but that would be my thing.
And probably riding Spaceship Earth.
Yep.
Every time we leave Epcot,
Yep.
we still ride that every single
Yep.
time.
Yep.
Unless it's broken, which that has happened quite a bit lately.
So you were saying what now?
I forget. Oh, I know. We went on our first Disney cruise last year.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Wow, guys, let me tell you.
On the Dream out of
Yes.
Miami.
That was so much fun. We
Yeah.
had cruised other cruise lines before, but there is nothing quite like that Disney ship. Because it's our favorite things.
Yep.
Food, characters, and beautiful scenery. For me, I loving the Caribbean water. I am right there. If you want to go to the beach, I am the first one that is, I'll go.
Now,
and you weren't so keen on that.
No.
You weren't so keen on cruising because you
Right.
had done it Navy style forever. So
yes,
you were.
for me, it took a while,
30
for me to get on a
years.
cruise.
30 years. It
But
took me 30 years to get in.
I
on
have
one.
to say that now we've taken other cruises, not just Disney cruise.
Right.
I have to say then it was pretty enjoyable, I have to admit. I even go into the private islands, either the Disney Island or we were on Royal Caribbean's Island.
Yep.
Both of those were great places to be.
He even got in the ocean, which like almost made me pass out because he is not a water park person or a water person at all.
But having been on the 2 different cruises, I think, in my opinion, the Disney cruises are just, and I think purely for the entertainment aspect of it,
yeah,
it's just, you can't beat it.
Absolutely agree.
The shows that they have is just unbelievable.
And the food was fantastic on the Disney ships.
Yep.
Loved how your serving staff went with you through all the different restaurants that you rotated through, and it was nice having that connection with your waiters and waitresses and food service staff. The stateroom attendants were absolutely phenomenal. The little Disney touches that were inside those staterooms and being able to meet all the characters in their nautical attire, that was just so much fun. Mm-hmm. So we're really looking forward to doing another one of those. I think we're going to try to hit up Alaska next year.
Yeah, either was it on the Wonder? I think the Wonder is the one that goes to Alaska.
And now that we're down here in Orlando, we want to probably try out the Wish.
Yep.
Someplace down in the Caribbean too. So be looking for some videos on that.
One or the other next year, or maybe both.
Maybe both.
Who knows? But we'll bring you along with us when we decide to go.
Yep, absolutely.
And but yeah.
All right. Well, that's about 20 minutes of us talking about ourselves and letting you know why we do what we do.
And
we just got a deep love of everything Disney, and we just love being able to share it with you guys. We really look forward to the feedback, letting us know what we can do to make you guys want to stay with us for a little longer and experience some more of the Disney magic yourselves.
Or if you have any other questions you might have about us, I mean, just give us a comment.
Yep. And don't forget to like and subscribe our channel so that we can still continue to bring you all the things going on at Disney World. We also, strangely enough, have never been to Disneyland. So, nor have we been to any of the Disney parks around the world. So hopefully in the next year or so we can add California to the mix and maybe Paris in the near future as well. So anyway, if there's anything you'd like to see, please feel free to give us a comment. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We've got a lot of fun stuff coming up next week for the birthday celebration and our little staycation. And we look forward to seeing you at the parks. So until next week, hope you enjoyed the video. If you got any questions, let us know. We will see you at the parks. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Grab your pixie dust and let's go.